Hi, Zizaran here, and this is going to be part 3 of T-Gems. We're going to be going over them for those that have enjoyed walking over them together, and I have chat by my side. It's always good to have a few thousand extra eyes. You know, there's 3,162 people watching, but it might not be 6,200, no, 6,300, whatever. There might not be that many eyes. Somebody might be missing an eye. But we have a lot of eyes watching. A lot of eyes helping. My bird count. True, there could be extra. There could be extra pets and multiple people. We have no idea how many eyes there are. We've got extra eyes. And that's good because it's very hard to tell the actual difference. And some I frankly don't even care about because the base time is kind of whatever. But let's look at them anyway. A wave of divine fire deals damage on the line, then creates consecrated ground and deals damage in an area around the targeted location. Larger shockwave then expands outwards. The flavor text is the same. Mana cost is the same, cast speed is the same, crit chance is the same, effectiveness is 100% less effective damage and like the third less damage and effectiveness. Base duration is 4. Version like normal, plus 2 meters. The shockwave deals 110 more damage. So now it's more about the shockwave and not the actual hit. It's just changing that. And it's more damage with anything. Alright, next up, look at Pyroclast mine. I don't know. I mean, the shockwave's pretty big AoE, right? Pyroclast mine, what's the change here? This is a fiery projectile that rains down around it. Way less base damage. The scaling for each mine is a lot higher. So it's just about the fact that you actually want to have multiple. And it fires more projectiles. Fires an additional projectile. Okay. Well, so it's just like more scaling. More aura damage, yeah. Huh. Interesting. Might be useful. Rage Vortex of Berserking. I guess it just gives you rage. Rage Vortex. Maximum 1 rage storm like normal. Lose 3 rage per second. Each second, 20% more rage loss rate. But it hits 250% more frequently. But it always does that. I don't get it. What's the difference? The flavor tank's different? It is. If you have at least 10 rage, create a rage storm attached to you. Oh. So it auto-casts? If you have at least 10 rage, create a blaze storm. So if I have rage, this will proc without me activating it. So this is something you could... Interesting. Huh. Yeah, and the more frequently... No, that's the same as well. It should still require you to use it, but it basically creates a BV. Oh, you're right. I will have to use it. But yeah, you cast it once, and if you have enough rage regen, it could last for a long time. And you could use this with BV too. Not that they share a lot of the scaling. That's interesting. I can see builds for that. Race Spectre. Race minions. The temporary minion. Wait, does this have a duration or something? Ah, yes, of course. Base duration of 30 seconds. So this is the man, this is so... Shouldn't they have changed that? Shouldn't they have like made it slightly more interesting? I feel like Souls Week never got used. Souls Week never got used. Kept at level 70. That's the same as normal. Race Zombies of Slamming. Right. We were all expecting that to come back, right? We're all expecting that to come back. It'll actually have the slam. Race Zombie of Falling. Right. And nothing... This is just the one we've already seen, right? The Zombies of Falling. Nothing's changed here. Do you know what I just realized? I was a little bit worried whether the Montegruel's explosion was going to work or not. But the fact that it says minions hits can't be evaded, it must just... That must literally count as a hit. The actual impact must count as a hit too. Like, it must count as a minion hit. So that means that the Montegruel's explosion will definitely work. And that's a big explosion. So this is insane. Man, honestly, it's very tempting to do this build on champion. Because it should have really good clear. There's a very big chance I reroll champion on day 1. Zombies and traps are kind of spicy. We're doing mines, but we did look into traps and totems too. There's so many cool ways to build this. You're going to see people do totems, traps, self-cast, spell cascade, unleash, like loads. Loads. No, you can't use minion instability. We already know that. No AoE. Oh yeah, you're right. I was just throwing things out, but you know, like we're gonna see a lot of different ones. Why champion? Because hopefully we have just shit ton of damage, and champions that go to ascendancy for that, because then you just get loads of tank for ascendancy. So that's what we saw with, for example, the suicide totem build, right? where people use that. We don't know if they leave corpses. Didn't they say Flying Zone would work with on death minion effects? Yeah, so Siege Breaker. Can't use it with minion instability though. Not an on death effect. Scorching Ray of Immolation. I used to use Scorching Ray so much. Way more base fire damage. It just ramps faster and lasts longer. More multipliers different and no exposure. More multipliers just less, right? That looks kind of trash. Does have a faster cast time. Swing faster. I don't know. Thing is, like, Scorching Ray is not particularly interesting as a skill right now anyway. Standalone clear version? I don't know. I'd have to lose a bet to be standalone clearing with Scorching Ray, to be honest. Shattering Steel of Ammunition. Same base. Base durations up 1. Off the skill gem is outside. Fine. If you have no steel shards, only fire 1 projectile. So this is the old. So is this basically the old way it worked? Yes? Okay. Shield crush up to Chieftain. Order food after this. I'm starving. 7 to 9 fire damage per 15 armor on shield. Central wave is 88 more area of effect. That's kind of interesting, no? Although, I feel like 7 to 9 fire damage versus 5 to 7 fizz. Shouldn't the fire damage be slightly higher? I feel like fizz damage is just so inherently stronger. And it's not even and evasion, it's just armor. I don't know. I wouldn't have minded seeing like slightly higher fire damage there. Lower attack too. I didn't even notice that. Attack time 1 second versus 0.8. I don't know. Because you can do so much more stuff with fizz damage. It can poison easier. I don't know, man. You can convert it to anything. To hatred. Like, it kind of just seems worse. I feel like if this was like 11 to 13. Yeah, this is worse. And just go Avatar if you want to fire. Yeah, we already have so many ways of making it fire. And there's not enough damage to really add that. And you can't use a hybrid shield or... I don't know. I'm not super excited about that personally. But I mean, to be fair though, I say that. But I also won't be surprised on any gem that I even say I think is trash. I don't think I'll be surprised if I see somebody find something completely broken. Because there's so many combos now in PoE that someone's going to be like, well, actually, there's this one thing. You know? So I don't think I'm going to be surprised if anything will just like be really good. Siege Ballista of Splintering. This is just normal, but fork instead. Fork me, dude. +3 max number. Totems. Yeah, it's just 4. It's just splinters, so more clear. Smite. You'd like to be smited? Shield crush. Smite. More for like less about the buff. Is there a buff? Oh, so this is literally for using Smite as an actual skill with no buff. It's the Smite the Anime Guardian is using. Yeah. Is there a buff? No. Normally there is a buff, but not on this one. 3 targets within 7 meters. Soulrend of Reaping. I really do want to see more Chaos Dot skills because they need some love. They really struggle on scaling. Double damage. Way insane effectiveness. Is this about actually hitting? Wow. There's no dot. There's no dot at all. It doesn't have pierce. You actually have to make it pierce. Man, isn't that kind of cracked with the chest though? 7% crit too. I mean, this could be interesting. Which chest? The 35 added chaos one. It only has 1 projectile too. Now you know what you need? Just the contagion that spreads with hits. Yeah, but it doesn't spread this. But yeah, it would help. Pretty crazy with Covenant though. Chain and Fork is interesting. I mean, this I can see be used. This I can see be used. But it's still very different than Chaos Dot scaling and everything else. Here's his all targets. This is like normal off the spiral. Fires the stairs. So is this Blessed Hammer but Chaos? Is this hammered in? Chaos hammered in? This is Chaos plus Hammer. Firing the Nova. Fires projectiles in a circle. And that's just the old behavior. Spark of Unpredictability. That move randomly with a large difference in speed and distance. Okay. That sounds kind of trash, but could be interesting. Spectral Shield Throw. I've played that a lot. Throws a copy for shield. What's the difference here? Is this just a threshold jewel? No, it's just like similar with like cold damage. So it's like the other thing. But with still like pretty trash damage. So that's pretty whatever compared to fist scaling. There's 12 projectiles. Sounds more interesting than the shield crush one at least. Split arrow of splitting. You know, it would have been insulting if they didn't do that, that name. Modifiers to number of projectiles to targets. To number of targets projectiles split towards. Splits towards 8 targets. You can split without hitting a target. That's just confusing until I actually right click with it. Putting steel of ammunition. That's the old behavior again. Summon chaos. Wonder how it'll be league starting without it. It must be worse then. If they're just putting in the old behavior here, like the new splitting steel skills must be trash, no? Like in my head, there's zero reason to even put them back in as a T-gem if the new ones are gonna be usable. I don't understand why you would ever. That makes no sense to me. It's simpler for new players. Yeah, but it was trash right now, even with the effect. I don't know. I think splitting steel guides are gonna be like giga bait. Like I bet you there's people that have done like steel league starters. I think they're gonna be giga bait. Because if this is just back as a T gem, that means that the current gem is worse than that most of the time. Just simpler. But then we already struggled on damage on it the last league, like to the point where we switched off and went spectrals for instead. That must be gigabait starters. Of the maelstrom, chance to inflict wither on hit. Did it always do that? It doesn't, right? No. Wither on hit, chaos scale them. Powerful damage over time. Aura. Wow. That could be really strong. That could be really strong. Flame golem of the meteor. Fire golem attacks by falling from the sky, dealing fire damage in the area, and leaving after landing, you get fire spray and wave fire. Oh, that sounds cool. Is that similar to? I had a fire golem build once, which is super fun. That sounds fun. I like the way the ones in Act 4 land. Come stream? Yeah. Sounds super fun. The icicle golem can use icy barrage spell. Cool. These golems sound super fun. I love what they did with the golems. Summon Raging Spirit of Enormity. This is the main one that got spoiled for me while I was doing everything explained. They're always critical strikes. That'll work on minion instability, right? 88% more max life. 40 crit multi. Will that mean my minion instability will crit? Can it crit? I don't know if minion instability can crit. Does that use my EO and stuff? I can't remember. No, that's the Helmaze. I guess this makes minion instability crit. If it can. Midnight Bargain kind of pog. Can crit. There was a build based on it in Crucible. But only 6 maximum summon rating spirits though. What's Midnight Bargain again? Except Reservation. Plus 6 maximum number of raging spirits. Yeah. That might solve the problem, because 6 is too little. Yeah. That might be worth it. But oh man. I don't know. It's very interesting though. It's very interesting for minion instability. Maybe use it with the SRS helmet. Oh, that's pretty cool. Definitely people use that for builds. That's very cool. I like that one. I don't think I'll use it, but minion instability builds will use that. It just depends how clunky the 6 limit is. Definitely can't use Unleash with that. I wonder if they are larger. I hope they are larger, and I hope they works with the minion helmet. They summon just fucking massive skulls. So they have to nerf it. A Reaper. I can't barely remember. Oh, you're gonna have 3 instead of 1. Cool. Do they eat each other? Any Reapers weakens your other non-Reaper. Right. I mean, that could be cool, I guess. Of eviscerating. What's the difference here? There's barely any difference now. Doesn't have life. Got slightly more bleed chance. No auto attacks and no cooldown. Oh, that is interesting. I see. Difference in green text? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Summons skeleton archers, but only 3. Skeleton mages, but only 3. I haven't played Skelly mages or Skelly archers. Are Skelly mage people happy with this? Is enough? Don't need any more than 3. It's 8. You can have 8. 3 summon at once, 8 total. Alright. I get it. Per cast. You're right. I thought you could have 3 max. So if it's 8, that's fine. Right. No, but you summon 3 per cast, the maximum 8. I misunderstood it too. So, okay, that's fine. That's back then, I guess. Now it's prismatic. Right. Oh, the tag is prismatic. Thunder of Earthbreaking. Is this old Thunder? Oh, this looks like old Thunder. Reusing doesn't delete the previous wave. So we can use multi-strike with it now again. Rise! Thunder Boy! Void Sphere of... Dude, I wish there was a Void Sphere of Sphering. That'd be a fun name. Way more damage. Harder to kill. It's just like normal. What should I do? There's no hinder. It's for damage. The Void Sphere will consume the enemy so it die in the area. No cooldown. Can I have multiple down though? Can I have multiple down? Do they stack? No, one at a time still. Alright, it's a norm. You can only have one Void Sphere at a time. I see it. I didn't read the flavor text. Exciting. Volcanic fissure of snaking. No ball lightning. Snaking. I mean, it snakes back, right? It travels. And there are up 3 additional times. It just snakes. It's a snake. It's a snake. Vortex. Hell yeah. I want to see more cold dot. Is it cold dot saved, boys? Cast time. 0.75 seconds. Devastating. I don't even care. Can explode from up to 5 frostball projectiles. Dude, I don't even care. Not instant. Sad. Sad. It looks insane for cock. I don't care. It's sad. I'm sad. Vortex traps are back. Oh, that's cool at least. Nice. Instacast died for this. Hey, Crimson. Wild Strike of Extremes. 3 projectiles. Running physical damage to a random element. Then depending, it releases a fire explosion. And the void shoes. That's all the same. 100% physical. Oh, it traits is inverted. Inverted. 40. Cost 28 life, mana, or... Oh. All of them. Wow. What cost? That's a rough cost, man. As base? That's a rough base cost. Base cost, it was already 6. This is 28 mana, 28 life, and 28 energy shield. Man, there is no fucking way that I am putting that much effort into my base cost. That is so much. I would rather play any other build and not have to deal with that. Like, the energy shield is the rough part. I guess you could do EB. Well, that's like, I don't know. That's a lot of downsides for, like, Wild Strike's a bit of a meme to begin with. I don't know, dude. You have to be kind of cooked to league start that, at least. That seems like something like play around, lose a bet, and try later in the league kind of jam. Twin build? I don't think he's gonna do that. Anyway. I have Malice Enjoyers. Guess who's starting it? I don't know. Anyway, that's all. He will? No shot. Oh no. Anyway, that's fine. That'll be fun content. I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy that we're going over, there will be one more, I think. One more batch. But if you guys are enjoying the Transfigured gems that we're going over them. So thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video. Loads of league starters up on YouTube already. More to come. Loads more to come. I'm recording way too many videos. I am a little tired. Anyway, sub if you liked the video, but more importantly, try to die than I do.